We present Exploropleth, a new geospatial visualization tool to help users perform exploratory analysis of data binning methods in Choropleth Maps. Data binning is the process of classifying quantitative data values into categorical groups or bins. For example, this continuous range of life expectancy values can be classified or divided into bins in 4 different ways. Here's how they look in a Choropleth map. Each of these is actually an established binning method. For example, equal interval is an interval-based method in which each bin's range or extent is of the same length. Now there are more such methods, and each of them has its own strengths and weaknesses, so it is important to carefully consider what method to use. We built Exploropleth to help users browse such a catalog of data binning methods and subsequently compare, customize, and export custom maps. Let's see a demo. The browse view shows small multiple visualizations of 16 Choropleth maps. Each Choropleth map shows the same life expectancy data, but the geographies are colored based on a different binning method. Each of these binning methods has a name and a short description. Users can drag and reorder maps to facilitate comparisons, temporarily hide maps with undesirable binning methods, show additional details about the binning method, or export the map and the binning method. Next, the compare view shows small multiple visualizations, but this time of the Choropleth map legends. Each legend is shown as a horizontal stacked bar chart. The stack's width is proportional to the bin interval, and the stack's height is proportional to the bin size. For example, all stacks in the quantile method are of the same height, as by definition, the method ensures an approximately equal bin size, that is, the number of data points in each bin. Users can interactively drag and reorder these small multiple visualizations to promote effective comparisons. Next, the Create view lets users create custom bins, either by modifying the bin outputs of existing methods or by specifying bins from scratch. We designed this Paint mode as a new way to reclassify administrative units by interactively assigning them into specific bins. To do this, users select the color corresponding to their target bin and then paint or click on an administrative unit on the map to force it to fall into that bin. Our algorithm accordingly modifies the bin count and intervals to satisfy this constraint in real time. Users can save these bins by giving them a name. To integrate into mapmakers' existing workflows, users can change the default dataset either by choosing from available samples or by uploading their own files. For the selected dataset, Exploropleth shows a summary data profile along with a visualization of the underlying data distribution with options to toggle missing values. To promote searching and browsing, users can filter the adjacent views based on the binning methods and their categories. Users can modify binning parameters such as the bin count and define interval size to update the dependent binning methods. Finally, users can also style their maps by choosing an appropriate color scheme for both valid as well as missing values. Exploropleth's Combine view lets users combine 2 or more binning methods and visualize their combination representations, including interacting with the new resiliency binning method. For each county, we first compute the most frequent bin. It is placed in across multiple comparable binning methods. Then, we visualize these most frequent bins in a Choropleth map with a qualitative color scheme. For example, Oglala Lakota County in South Dakota's most frequent bin is bin 1. Next, we visualize the frequency of the most frequent bin in a second Choropleth with a sequential color scheme of blacks, where darker shades imply higher frequencies. For example, Oglala Lakota County's frequency of most frequent bin is 8. So it is colored with the darkest shade of black. We combined the previous 2 maps into a value by alpha map. We try to place all these counties in their most preferred bin, and in case of conflicts, in their next most preferred bin, and so on. Once all conflicts are resolved, the newly computed bin counts and bin extents correspond to resiliency binning method.